Generic business coaching programs are so over. The more specific of an outcome your program can provide is what's gonna really set you apart from all the lame ass coaching programs that are currently vying for your attention right now. That's exactly why I want to share with you what makes my program 10K on Replay totally different than anything else that is offered out there today, and why it might just be what you and your business have been looking for a really long time, to help you start making consistent money in your business without burning yourself out. No, seriously, I know how hard you are trying to make your business make money. If you're still trying to figure out how to put all the pieces together to make some clear sense of your business, like Claire, Allie, and Dot, 10K on Replay clients of mine, this is exactly why 10K on Replay was created, so keep listening. I want to give you the overall description of what 10K on Replay is, and then really deep dive on what that actually means and what you can actually achieve and what my clients have been able to achieve inside 10K on Replay. So 10K on Replay is a full 12-month coaching program that first helps you get clear on your target audience so you completely understand who you are talking to, who your marketing is going to be focused on, and who your offers are going to be created for. Because if we don't clearly understand that person, our offers aren't going to be directed towards them, our content is going to be messy and all over the place, and you're just not going to be able to drive the right people that are going to want to buy. This is when it feels like you're creating content, and nobody's buying. There may be a target audience problem. The next thing during this 12 months is I help you build out a value ladder for your business. Now, this is one thing I honestly wish I would have built out years earlier in my business. And what this is going to allow you to do is figure out how to send your customers or your clients up or down this value ladder so you're turning one person, one client into potential repeat sales. You're basically taking a $1 purchase and duplicating it or tripling it or 4 timesing it when you can build out a value ladder so that customer knows where to go next to buy from you, where to go next. Because if you do your job right and you're attracting the right audience and they buy, you want to keep that money coming in, right? And it's much more cheaper to get your customers and your clients up a value ladder than it is to acquire new people. This is literally the first thing that we do inside of 10K on Replay together. And it is hands down my client's number one thing about 10K on Replay. This is exactly what Nicole had to say about going through this first section of 10K on Replay. Building a value ladder and looking at how much of each income stream I would need to hit my goals. Truly mind-blowing. Allie said that finally figuring out my value ladder has been the biggest shift so far. It's ultimately been a game changer for her. Like I said, so many programs that I've seen and I've gone through miss this piece. They don't really talk about your product suite and how that fits into a value ladder to make sure you're getting a repeat customers that's constantly generating cash to your business. So truly understanding who you're speaking to and the offers you're going to create for them is fantastic. You have something for the right people to buy. But how are you going to get those people aware of? Which is what this third part of 10K on Replay does that I'm going to tell you right now, no other business coaching program has this. And it's helping you build out a solid, organic YouTube strategy. Honestly, it's a strategy of posting one targeted, specific video every single week so that you have content constantly getting in front of your target audience that you determine in the first part that is then going to want to go to your offers and is then going to convert and go up or down your value ladder to turn into becoming repeat clients or customers. Like I said, no business coaching program out there has a focus on YouTube specifically like me, somebody who's been on YouTube for 8 years, someone who works with 7-figure entrepreneurs building their YouTube strategy. So they have organic leads consistently coming into their business because of their specific YouTube content that they're creating. Just like Andy. Once she recommitted to using YouTube again and using the strategy I teach my 10K on Replay clients, she got over 10 100,000 views and now has another stream of income through YouTube AdSense on content she's already going to be creating. That is what is so great about YouTube. It's an added benefit. If you're creating strategic content, you're driving the right people to your business and you're making money, but you can also be creating AdSense money from YouTube on content that you need to make anyways. And Hope's channel is a prime example of this. With over 100,000 subscribers on her channel, not only is she making thousands of dollars in YouTube AdSense, she's making sales every single day in her business, on her ebooks and her digital products, because she built a solid value ladder, married it with her YouTube strategy, and she has hit consistent 10K months and beyond every single month since she's joined 10K on Replay. Now, without any of these 3 core things we talked about, your target audience, your value ladder, and your YouTube strategy, because YouTube strategy drives you consistent traffic, consistent income is impossible. And I will tell you, like I said, this program is the only coaching program out there that will marry a traffic strategy like YouTube, long form evergreen content, with your business strategy. So you have consistent leads flowing into your business, making you sales without needing to spend money on ads. Now, why is 10K on Replay 12 months? The reason is that I want to work with you long enough so that I know you have a solid strategy built. We test it, we analyze it, we tweak it so it goes to that next level. So you are slowly increasing your business revenue every single time we test it and tweak it throughout an entire year with me. So within the first 3 months of 10K on Replay, we're really going to be focusing on understanding your target audience and building your value ladder. Seriously, without being clear on who you're targeting and what you're going to be selling them, it's basically like building your business foundation on quicksand. Within these first 90 days as well, we are going to figure out your target audience and your value ladder. I want you to test this theory and launch a program or an offer, because you can be selling digital products, digital courses, or a service, and launch it within 90 days of joining 10K on Replay. There are 2 reasons that I really push you to launch something within 90 days of joining 10K on Replay. First up, I know 10K on Replay is an investment. So I want to help you get as much of a cash injection into your business as soon as possible to offset that investment. The second thing is we really need to get some specific business numbers. And most of the time when my clients come to 10K on Replay, they don't have these specific numbers. So by going out and launching for the first time, using the spreadsheets that I've created to track specific business metrics that you need to know, will allow us to look at what do we need to be working on. Do we need to be working on a traffic plan because we just didn't get people to your sales page? Do we need to be working on a messaging problem because you got traffic to your sales page, it's just not converting, right? And then we can start making data-driven decisions, not just deciding whimsically what to work on next, but knowing exactly what we need to work on together based on numbers and data. Numbers don't lie. This will also, kind of like a third benefit of launching within 90 days, allow us to set something up together that can be creating income for you in an evergreen form, meaning it can sit there and you can sell it to people through your email or through one-on-one, so that it's making you revenue while you work on something else. Because what I don't want you to do is just have a launch, have this influx in cash, and then dry out for 2 months and start to panic, right? And then be reliant on every single launch. We want to work on consistent monthly income. And so by getting something out the door in 90 days together and being able to sell it while we're working on something like our traffic plan, you won't be drying out with money coming in. So like I said, when we start working on our YouTube strategy to drive consistent traffic to your business, you have something to sell these people. So as your revenue generating machine, YouTube, starts generating leads, then you are going to have something to sell to them and you're going to be able to make sales every single week. What are some of the successes of clients launching inside of 10K on Replay? Take Allison's story, for example. She recently launched her course on tumblers and she sold her course out. Yes, she had a limited amount because she had supplies to send out. Not only did she sell her course out, but she didn't even need to publicly announce announce it because her email list gobbled it up. And how did she build her email list? Specifically from her YouTube videos and the community that she bought on YouTube. She was able to sell out her course without even needing to run ads or publicly announce it to people not on her email list. Or Dot, who recently launched a science club membership for kids after joining 10K on Replay in 2022. And in 2023, as her accountant was doing her taxes, told her she had doubled her revenue in 2022 so significantly that the accountant wanted the information on 10K on Replay because the accountant saw how much money she was able to grow after joining 10K on Replay. Yes, so the first 90 days can totally seem like a lot, but the benefit of 10K on Replay is when you join, you get to book your onboarding call with our client concierge, Erin. And what she will do while you're on a call is she's going to ask you a few questions about your goals and what you want to achieve in 10K on Replay. And she's going to map out a customized game plan for you to go through 10K on Replay. So you know exactly what lesson, what module to focus on first. And she's going to tell you what your very first assignment should be to send to me for your weekly audit. So I know sometimes we buy these courses and these programs and there's like a lot of value in there, but we have no idea where to get started. We create that customized plan for you based on what you want to achieve, so you can get started immediately without overwhelm. You also have the access of our Slack community. We've taken this all off of Facebook and we have conversations in Slack. You have access to me in Slack. You also have access to guest coaches, which I'm going to talk about more here in a minute. And our client concierge, Erin, will also talk with you through mindset. So if anytime you're feeling that imposter syndrome, you're feeling overwhelmed, you can book a call with Erin to talk through it because she is amazing when it comes to getting through all that mindset mumbo jumbo that comes with entrepreneurship. So if we walk through this real quick, the goal of your first 90 days inside of 10K on Replay is to have a solid business foundation. Knowing your target audience and being very clear on it, building out your value ladder, and getting an idea of your key business metrics. Now, just doing the first 90 days alone in 10K on Replay can cause an increase in revenue for you, just like Claire. Once her and I talked through her value ladder and we really solidified who her target audience was, within 6 weeks of joining 10K on Replay, she had an over 10K month in her services business. She got more clear on who her audience was. She knew how to speak to them when they booked a call with her, and she knew exactly what they wanted so she could offer a higher level service, which in return meant more revenue on her end. Now, as we move into the second 90 days inside of 10K on Replay, we are generating traffic, which so many business owners struggle with. And for me, all roads point to YouTube. YouTube is the second largest search engine in the world, and it allows you to have a pull type of content, meaning your audience will find your content when they need you most, when they're having the biggest pain point, when they're having the biggest struggle. They will find you and you'll be the one to answer their problem, as opposed to a push strategy like social media. So like you're pushing content on people on social media. YouTube creates this pull strategy, which helps you build your authority and answer that question when your audience needs you most, therefore increasing their chances of wanting to work or buy from you. Using this strategy will allow you to get off that content creation hamster wheel of needing to post every single day on Instagram, like 10 stories and 2 reels and 5 carousels. Who wants to keep up with that? I like to do Instagram, but I don't want to be chained to a significant amount of content on Instagram. Instead, I like to focus my meaty quality content here on YouTube once a week to drive the right people to my business day in and day out. Remember, we don't need to go viral here on YouTube. Absolutely not. We just need to have a strategy to make sure the right people are finding your content at the right time to make that sale or book that client. In fact, Nicole reached her goal of her email list all from using YouTube to grow her email list. Not only that, but YouTube becomes a huge opportunity in your business as well for things like sponsorships. Like Katie, she was able to book a sponsorship on her YouTube channel of just 350 subscribers because the brand that wanted to work with her knew she was targeting their specific audience that they wanted to get in front of, and she was creating great content, and that's why they wanted to create a sponsorship deal with her. We've also had 10K on Replay clients book prestigious podcast interviews like Hope and speaking opportunities like Lisa, all because of their content on YouTube. And you're gonna have access to me to help you build your YouTube strategy through weekly audits. You can submit to have a hot seat with me where I can go through your plan for YouTube or your analytics in YouTube to really help you figure out what to work on and what to quit doing to see more growth in your channel and more of the right people finding your content. Like I said, no other business program out there has somebody so specialized in YouTube like me. I think it goes without saying, as a client of 10K on Replay, you do get full access to my signature program, Video Strategy Academy, and that will give you everything to create a consistent YouTube strategy, including your script templates, your YouTube workflow, title formulas, all of that is included as well. So you can really start to see how 6 months inside of 10K on Replay not only gets you a cash injection by doing a launch, you also start to set up an evergreen funnel using templates that I've already created for you. All you need to do is plug and play into your business. Plus, you've also created an evergreen lead generating machine on YouTube. So what's next? For the last 6 months, the second half of 10K on Replay, we really work on throwing fuel to the fire. I will help you map out new tactics and strategies to increase your launch revenues, possibly try a new style launch like a challenge, which again, I have all the swipe copies, templates, and workflows you can plug and play into your business to do this quickly. We can also work to figure out how to start outsourcing things because you're going to see more income coming in. So now you may be able to hire a virtual assistant, a video editor. I know a lot of 10K on Replay clients, that is the first thing they get off their plate is a video editor. You will have the money to do this now because you have this ecosystem of evergreen videos sending the right people to the right evergreen offer that is making you sales every single week that we will build together in our first 6 months inside of 10K on Replay. I know that sounds like a lot, but there are some additional bonuses that I do want to throw in here because I don't want you to think you're doing this alone. This is really a hand-holding program that is the only program that I have that you get direct access with me. So inside 10K on Replay, like I mentioned before, you will get so many swipe copies, templates, and workflows for webinars, like the slides and the emails you send out and the launch emails, as well as the workflow for everything you need to do to lead up for a launch. Also a challenge. Anytime that I do a launch thing, like a challenge, like a virtual conference, we then give you what we did to use as a swipe copy, as a template. We build out the workflow. These all go into your hands to speed up your process and use what I've done that worked and tweak it to you. You're also going to get our key metrics spreadsheet. So you know exactly what numbers to be watching to determine, is your business going the right way? Or is there something that we need to do? Is there an offer that's performing better? Or is something dropping this month that we need to figure out how to course correct? This is key because you need to know what is and isn't working in your business so you can fix it immediately and not keep doing something that's hurting your business. Like I said, you're gonna get all the YouTube templates that you need to get consistent on YouTube every single week with your script template, with your workflow, as well as how to perform your own monthly YouTube audit to ensure your YouTube videos are attracting the right people. And then I didn't even mention our guest coaches. So you have access to our guest coach, Erica, who is my marketing director. So any launch, social media, marketing questions, you have access to her. Erin, who is not only our client concierge, but our mindset extraordinaire. Many clients will tell you Erin is actually their most favorite part of 10K on Replay because anytime you're doubting yourself or you're feeling overwhelmed, like I mentioned earlier, you can book a call with her and I'm gonna tell you, she's gonna get you course corrected. We also have Brittany, who is our copywriting queen. Now, I personally don't feel strong in copywriting, so I hired a guest coach to be your copywriting go-to. So anytime you want somebody to look at your copy, sales page, emails, launch copy, you can ask Brittany to audit audit it for you, and she gets that back to you. We also have Carrie, who is our launch strategist as well, and multiple guest experts in our guest expert vault, like Carrie Poppleton, who taught us how to get started with Google Analytics to really look at some key important numbers in your business. Jessica Rasdale, who taught us how to do a podcast sprint to get even more traffic generated to our business. Vanessa Kynes, who taught us how to get started on Pinterest, another huge SEO platform to again double down on more traffic to our business. Kira, who taught us on how to start outsourcing the right way, what we need to look for and what we need to have set up in our business to start outsourcing. Emily, on how to understand your business revenue and how to start to forecast what your business revenue looks in the future so you can really start making decisions in your business on when to outsource, how much to pay for outsourcing. Melissa Lands, who is a subscription and membership guru, and she teaches you all the things that you need to understand to run a successful membership program. And I'm always looking for recommendations and ideas of new guest experts to bring into 10K on Replay to really help you in every aspect of your business that you feel you need help with. So who is 10K on Replay for? Well, it's for anybody who has started their business and honestly thought they'd be further along by now. You thought you'd be making more money. You thought maybe you would have a team member or somebody helping you, and you're getting kind of burnt out. You feel like you're grinding and you're doing all the things that the experts tell you to do, but something's just not working and you don't know what it is. This is exactly how I felt in 2018, and this is a program that I wish I had available when I was struggling in 2018. This is for somebody who is ready to do the work and actually see results from their work, who will reach out to me and get help from our guest experts when they need it, because we can't help you if we don't know that you need the help. So you need to be willing to reach out and get the help when you need it. You can be starting your business at zero to join this, and you can be a couple launches in, like Dot and Lucy. Dot knew she wanted to start her business when she joined 10K on Replay. She didn't even have an email list when she joined. But like I said earlier, she worked freaking hard, and within 8 months, she was able to double her revenue, where her accountant literally wanted to know more information about 10K on Replay. And Lucy, who is on her 12th launch, who feels like now she finally has the clarity in her business after just being inside a 10K on Replay for 3 months. So it doesn't matter where you're at in your business journey. If you feel like you're missing something or you feel like something's not working, 10K on Replay is the place for you to finally get your business pieces all fitting together. I really want to make it super clear on the specialness that 10K on Replay is. And it's the focus on helping you build a sustainable business model with an organic marketing strategy to back it up. Not just throw money at ads to make it work. Ads are something you can absolutely utilize in your business, but you don't want to be wasting your precious hard-earned money at this point in your business on ads that aren't going to be making you money in your business. You need to get clear on your business foundations and prove that your marketing strategy is working through organic traffic. Plus, the organic traffic piece of this is incredibly important as algorithms continue to change and Facebook ads become more competitive as demand goes up and supplies go down. Old school SEO will always be there for you. I want to talk about payment options here. We do have payment plans available, but I want this to be clear that it is a payment plan option. This isn't a subscription. This isn't a membership. If you decide to go the payment plan route, we do expect you to make all of your payments. You can also pay in full and get a free 1-hour call with me where we can discuss your strategy. We can start building out your value ladder, or we could even dive into what you plan to do on YouTube. I said earlier, there is no question on where you actually get started inside a 10K on Replay when you join, because you book that onboarding call with our client concierge, Erin, and based on a few questions she asks you, she will tell you your exact customized plan to get through 10K on Replay and your very first assignment to send to me for your weekly audit. And at any time, if you ever get overwhelmed with 10K on Replay or you're not sure what you should be focusing on, Erin is checking in on you bi-weekly. We keep track of all of our clients, where they're at, what they're working on. So do not hesitate to reach out to her or myself as well inside a 10K on Replay so we can help you get realigned and know exactly what you should be doing so you can start hitting your business goals because of 10K on Replay. Don't take it from me, hear from some of our clients.
I really feel like it does a really good job of saying, like, breaking down like the basics and then getting you going. Like, this, you need to do this right now, giving you like actionable steps. I think that's really, really helpful. Just right away, you're able to get on and do something and feel like you're working towards making improvements in your business. And I think that's really, really nice. I do feel like a lot of the lessons have a lot of information that I have listened to them twice, or like I've sort of had a new idea in my business. So I'm like, oh, maybe I should go back and listen to that again.
I'm excited about it. And I'm really feeling like moving forward in, I think, hitting 10K last month and actually surpassing 10K last month. And it really was like, okay, this is going to work. The personalized support from you, from Trena, like from everyone, from Brittany, is so unique and so valuable that, like, it's absolutely my expectations and exceeded my expectations. And it's given me the confidence that I'm like, all right, I'm making the right step, and, you know, just kind of keeping going. But I think, you know, the resources have been wonderful as well.
There is definitely, I mean, tons and tons of information, and even beyond my expectations of how much information is being given to us. I appreciate how transparent she is. I appreciate how organized she is, which is one of the reasons that I did decide to do this program, because she is very organized and I like step by step. And that is basically what she does for the most part, and showing this is exactly what I do. I appreciated that she gave me not only advice, but like more specific examples of how I could do the advice.
It was finally like in December, I sat down and looked at my business model, the very first thing that we go over in the first module, and I sent it to Trena. And it took a few times back and forth before I really understood that my one-on-one work really isn't part of this ladder. It is, but it's like a separate thing. Like all of my educational pieces of my business, my courses and things, they don't need to lead to the one-on-one, because it's either you're DIYing it and learning from me, or you're hiring me to do it for you. And so that was a huge breakthrough for me, I think. And so now I have clarity on rebuilding things the correct way. So I feel a bit like I'm starting from scratch, not starting from scratch. I have a lot of content and I just need to reorganize it. And that's kind of what I'm doing right now.
Yeah. It's where in the Slack group, you can actually go to specifically the things that you like. I love the fact that you guys have the different channels in there to have people, like I've had Brittany review my website for me and give me feedback on it. Like, those things are amazing. When you're a solopreneur, it's nice to be able to have like that person, that expert in your pocket, without having to go and find them and vet them and make sure that, oh yeah, they know what they're talking, type of thing. That whole like and trust thing that you generally have before you purchase anything. So when you have them already done for you, I mean, that's huge. The sheer amount of content that Trena pours into it and that all of you pour into it is that's amazing. Because there is pretty much any question that you have, you can go into either the Slack channel or into the training and find that information. So that's been a huge asset as well.
Honestly, it's really hard to say there's a program out there quite like 10K on Replay and the value that we do provide inside. If this sounds exactly what you've been looking for, please don't hesitate to join us inside of 10K on Replay at trenalittle.com/10K. And if you would like to talk to me, please don't hesitate to reach out to me at trenalittle.com, and we can definitely schedule a call to talk about it. I hope I get the chance to work with you inside of 10K on Replay.